So let's talk about foldable phones. For years, the smartphone market has felt a little stagnant. We've seen iterative updates, slightly better cameras, faster processors, marginally longer battery life. The classic glass slab form factor has stayed the same for over a decade. Then foldables entered the scene, promising a radical shift. The core idea is simple yet ambitious. Portability when closed, unfolds to reveal a larger, tablet-like display. It feels like science fiction. The initial excitement was undeniable. The first time you hold a device that bends in half, it feels futuristic. The appeal is obvious. Respond to a quick text on the outer screen, then open it to watch a YouTube video on a massive display. Best of both worlds in one pocket. Companies like Samsung, Google, and others have poured billions into this vision, betting consumers are ready for a new kind of mobile experience. Versatility is the main selling point. Imagine drafting an email with a full-size keyboard on one half and a reference document on the other. Picture gaming on a nearly double-sized display for an advantage. Potential use cases are compelling, phones adapting in real time. The question, does reality match the promise? Groundbreaking tech often has a gap between concept and execution. The dream, a seamless, durable device combining two form factors. The journey has significant hurdles. The inner displays are notoriously soft and susceptible to scratches from something as simple as a fingernail. Dust debris can also work their way into the intricate hinge mechanism, causing damage over time and leading to that dreaded creaking sound. The hinge itself is a marvel of engineering, but it's also a mechanical part with a finite lifespan. Manufacturers test them for hundreds of thousands of folds, but real-world usage is far less predictable. Drops, twists, accidental pressure can put stress on these components in ways they weren't designed for. Then there's the infamous crease. It's become less pronounced over the years, but it's still there and can be distracting during use. Of course, all of this advanced technology comes at a steep price. Foldable phones are consistently among the most expensive smartphones, often costing nearly double comparable traditional flagships. Let's get into the biggest question surrounding foldable phones: durability. Hardware is only half the battle. A truly great device needs software that is perfectly optimized to take advantage of its unique features. Unfortunately, this is where foldable phones often stumble. The Android ecosystem is vast and fragmented. Getting developers to properly adapt their apps for a new niche form factor is a massive challenge. As a result, the software experience on many foldables can feel inconsistent and, at times, downright awkward. Many popular apps still don't know how to handle the transition between the small cover display and the large inner screen properly utilize the expanded real estate. You'll often encounter apps that simply stretch to fill the larger screen. Strange layouts, pixelated images, poorly placed buttons. Instagram has long been a poster child for this issue, a blown-up mobile feed that wastes the expansive display. Other apps show black bars on the sides, failing to use the full screen. Google, Samsung, both have made guidelines and tools, but adoption has been slow. The lack of optimization makes the phone feel like a collection of parts, not a cohesive product. This software inconsistency undermines the core promise of the foldable. Flex mode, a half-bent tiny laptop, is a cool idea. Its utility is limited by how many apps actually support it. It creates a chicken and egg problem. Developers hesitate to invest because market share is small. Consumers hesitate to buy because the software feels incomplete. When you look at the numbers, it becomes clear that foldable phones are still a very small slice of the overall smartphone market. As of today, in late 2025, they represent just a tiny percentage of global sales. The vast majority of people are still buying traditional slab phones, and there isn't a massive rush to switch. For most consumers, the classic smartphone design is proven, reliable, and familiar. It does everything they need it to do without the added complexity, without the added cost. Foldables haven't yet presented a killer app or a must-have feature that makes them indispensable. To be fair, the technology is constantly improving. Each new generation brings more durable screens, refined hinges, slightly lower prices, and a less noticeable crease. The first smartphones were clunky and expensive, and it took years for them to evolve into the sleek devices we use today. Foldables are on a similar journey. It's entirely possible that in another 5 years, many of the current issues will be solved. So, are foldable phones doomed? I wouldn't go that far. Doomed is a strong word, but are they ready to take over the market right now? No. For the foreseeable future, they will likely remain a niche category for those who prioritize the novelty and multitasking potential above all else. They are a fascinating glimpse into what the future of mobile computing could look like, but they are not the definitive present. Until they can match the durability, price, and seamless user experience of their traditional counterparts, the reign of the glass slab is safe. Foldables are cool, but they're not yet the inevitable next step for everyone.